What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all already know, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Definitely tap in on that cash app. But we're not gonna waste no time, man. Let's get into this long overdue. Probably one of my biggest viewed videos was the first is the NFL Rig Volume One. If you ain't seen that, go check that out. It was and funny how ironic. Guess what team was in the first NFL Rig video? It was the Browns versus Steelers. I think it was like a Week 17 game when all the Browns was out with COVID, and it was just a crazy game. So go check that out. But it's crazy that the Steelers was in the damn game that they in both volumes. So that just goes to speak. But if you know, you know. So we're gonna get into this game, man. You see the title. It was the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Chicago Bears versus the Pittsburgh Refs. Um, Now, I'm not gonna lie. I've been heavy in the DFS fantasy football, so this is a topic I definitely been struggling with. Just doing different research, seeing different videos, and I'm not gonna lie, man. After tonight, I'm legit like fully convinced. Now, I'm not saying this. The only thing I don't agree with. Everybody is not up on the rigging, and I'm gonna say it's rigged. And when I say rigged, I'm coming from a referee and a point shaving. We're gonna get into that, and then I want to say scripted. And when I say scripted, certain plays happen and certain players know when to do certain things. So we're gonna get into it. I thought this video was gonna be short, but I wanna just hit all the points, man. Skip it. Cause I know y'all just watched this game, and if y'all seen what I seen, I know y'all feel the same way. And my thing is, what's crazy is like, man, we gamble so much money on this shit, but it's just like, we kind of, I think we the fools, man. We the fools at the end of the day because they win all around for us. Vegas win with the money, and the NFL get their views and full circle. So, but we're gonna get into it, man. So, the first thing I want to get into. So, I did a little. I was doing my little daily fantasy research. And this might have been yesterday, right? And this shit spooked me out how it worked out. But long story short, I typed in on Google. I typed in Bears versus Steelers prediction. Just trying to get some pregame notes. Everybody do it. So I clicked on it was a Bears site. Sometimes when you click on team sites, you want to take that information with a grain of salt because if it's a fan site or a team site, then they're gonna kind of go hard for their team. But um, it was five. It was five big statements or something like that. You know how they do like before the game they do like three major statements or something like that. So he did like five bold statements for this game, right? And um I want to find that article, but one of his statements in there was that the Bears defense would score a touchdown. And he said the reason that he felt like the Bears defense would score a touchdown was because something like, the last three out of the last four times or it was four out of the last four games that Chicago and Pittsburgh has played, their defense has scored. And it was just weird. I picked the defense in fantasy, so I'm watching the game. I admit I didn't watch the whole game. I caught like the second half, so I'm watching the second half. And for some reason, I'm just sitting there like, man, the Bears defense probably was down to like 2 points. They getting killed, but I'm just thinking like, I'm like, man, they about to score. And a couple times defense had a couple plays that they got called back. We get into that, but lo and behold, on a punt return or something. Um, Matter of fact, it was just like that's why I say the scripture, how they scripted be weird, bro. Um, I want to say the Bears fumbled the punt return. Yeah, Grant fumbled the punt return, and then the next possession, Pittsburgh fumbled their punt return, and Bears scored. Now I know you're going to say it's a coincidence. Yes, it could be random, but the way that article painted for us the numbers and the ritualistic and how it connected and how the Bears defense scored on this game, to me that was just too of a close of a call. And I'm not saying that's the only thing, but that's just that was just crazy to me. So, but beyond that, the main thing I want to take from this game is that obviously we know that the refs control the game a lot, man. Like I've been watching so many games this year, and certain touchdowns or just certain big plays, the flag just it's like we can almost at this point you've been watching football, you can call a flag before the ref even throw it, and it was so sad, and it like that's why it get crazy. They just so blatant with it, right? Peep game how they did this game. It was the flag they called, and they probably broke a record with flags this game, but it was a flag they called on Marsh, and Marsh was some weird dude that was like signed to Pittsburgh in the spring camp or something. Some weird like they just be having so many different rituals and so much shit connected. But long story short, the white linebacker dude he like bumped the ref, but Monday Night Football showed the replay and the black announcer I can't think of his name, but he was like, man, it looked like the ref had his hand on the ref had his hand on the flag before Marsh even started running. It's like they set it up. The ref seen Marsh running towards him. The ref put his hand on his hip. Marsh really could have avoided him. Now that I'm thinking about it, but somehow the ref backing up and Marsh running, they bump. The ref pull out his flag and throw it. Like it was clear that that Pittsburgh was supposed to win this game. Of course, they wanted to make it exciting, but it was obvious just with the refs that they wasn't gonna let Pittsburgh lose this game. And this is not the first time, and I know for y'all, it's not the first time we seen the refs do this. But it's just like I said, it's just some things to be aware of. The next point I wanted to make was I talked about the rituals and the dates. I think instead of complaining about it, because of course people gonna say, "Oh, well, all you do is complain." I think when it comes to gambling, just find your way to make bread. Like I've been making a lot of money, listening to different creators and different information. I'm not 100% believer in the gematria, but there is a connection with that. For as certain dates and certain numbers, they know when certain stuff happen. Not every time, nothing is 100% correct, but I think a lot of people are waking up to the fact that our top level sports is not really what we think it used to be or what it ever was. I don't think, it's competitive and at the end of the day, they're still competing, but I think it's a lot of things at the top that just prevent us from getting a pure product. And, they still make it entertaining, damn near too entertaining, but it's just a lot of craziness going on, man. My last point I'm going to say, and this is something that I want y'all to go look up. I'm, digging in different information. I'm noticing a trend, and this is a betting trend. Y'all should be able to make some bread. I think it's like 2-3 games left, right? Peep game. If a team is announcing the Ring of Honor, you know how they give a player the Ring of Honor at halftime? Most of the time, that team is going to lose that game. I know y'all saying, where's the info to back it up? Look it up this year. Look up majority of the Ring of Honors this year, and I guarantee that home team lost that game. I may not be 100% right, but I guarantee the number favors more that the team who was doing the Ring of Honor loses that game most of the time, And that's what I really wanted to break down was that I'm noticing it's just really a lot of weird, I don't want to say satanic or nothing like that, but it's just a lot of ritualistic and numbers and gematria stuff that I'm noticing that really determines a lot of these outcomes in these games, man. So trying to make sure I kind of cover everything. Yeah, man, I think that's enough for my rant, but I had to definitely get that off because that game was just wild, man. But yeah, basically, man, find your information you like and just find a way to make your bread, man, because I don't think sports as we know it is the same, man. But we're gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to drop that little knowledge. That game got me a little heated. This your boy Self-Made Like Ken. You already know, man. Hit the like, subscribe, and I'm out.